Libra, welcome to your January 2024 monthly reading. Interesting. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in and get started. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. The readings are on sale for $77, and I will be ending the sale here tonight at midnight, January 9th, Central Time. So then once that ends, the price will go back up to $99. So if you want to book a personal reading with me, be sure to get it. But let's see what's going on here, Libra. I don't know why you're stressing, Libra. I feel like everybody's stressing now. 2024 coming in hot. All right. All righty, Libra. Oh yeah. I feel like the third house energy is very active for you this month. And the third house, it is the house of communication, right? But it's also the house of ambition too, right? And it deals a lot with skills, tangible skills, right? So I feel like there's going to be a lot of third house energy, ambition, communication, everything you can think of in regards to the intellect, the written word, communicating, reading, writing. Like there's a lot with that. And it's interesting too, because it's the third house deals with like what you already know in a sense, right? And it's just about like, how do you actually go about taking what it is that you know and using it? And it's interesting because that's the third house, and the ninth house is like where we need to look to educate ourselves, right? To broaden our minds, to go into the higher mind of things, right? Which is why the ninth house is continuous education, right? So yeah, you have this focus card, and it's interesting because the Ace of Swords is actually in your outcome. So some of you, your mind I'm seeing here is like, there's just so much to decipher. Like there's so much to like, with the Eight of Swords, oops, shit. It's Mercury square Neptune. With the Eight of Swords for your overall energy, and then the Eight of Wands for your challenge for the month, you already know a lot of the answers here that you're making more complicated than it should be, right? Which is why the Queen of Wands is your advice. And by the way, you have the Empress in the future, so it's like there is something here that will be successful, something that you are trying to create for yourself that you will be finding very pleasurable here. But the Queen of Wands being your advice, it's like being confident in your self-expression, being confident in yourself, not being afraid to take the lead, not being afraid to take direction, not being afraid to be assertive, trusting your gut, right? That black cat represents the mysticism. And when you have an Eight of Swords, it's like when we're thinking too much, we're trapped inside of our own mind and we're not listening to our gut. We're not allowing ourselves to flow and express and go. And it's interesting because you have a lot of ambition. People don't understand, like the Eight of Wands is communication, but it's also the card of the height of ambition, right? Because right now it's like, I feel like you're feeling some adversity, right? There's these tides that are changing. It's like 1 minute you're optimistic and you're positive, and then the next moment it changes. And it's interesting. The universe is wanting you to keep going no matter what. It's like you're going to have these phases and these fluctuations. That's why the Nine of Wands is Moon and Sag, right? Like Sagittarius rules optimism, positivity, and the Moon always has its phases that change. And so when you put those two together, it's like there is going to be these phases, but ultimately overall it's, you know, you're moving in a positive direction. It's just like there's going to be these ebbs and flows, but I feel like the ebbs and flows are taking you exactly where you need to go with this Empress in the future. Like anything that you're thinking about, it's like trying not to make it more complicated than it should be. Does that make sense? The Wheel of Fortune is in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of good changes on the horizon. And right now things could be confusing. Right now, like there's a lot here that you're trying to figure out and process and understand. But the Ace of Swords being in the outcome, I'm seeing this is like the total clarity, like the total sense of clarity that the mind is in with this Ace of Swords. And also too, it's like a sense of victory as well with the crown on top of the sword. It's like a sense of victory, a sense of knowing. All right, let's see here. So with this focus card, the universe is definitely wanting you to just focus on the mountain that you're, the top of the mountain that you're trying to climb, what you're trying to move toward. I feel like distractions, like there's a lot of distractions. There's a really good book called The War of Art. I think that's what it's called. And it's like, it's a book, I believe it's called The War of Art. It's not the art of war, it's the war of art. And it's about like people who are creative, who are artists, right? And having to kind of go from that amateur level to like that professional level, right? And that doesn't mean like I'm telling you like this is what you have to do. Like the book is not about this is what you have to do to be professional, but it's like how do you as a creative person like get out of your own way and just create? And there's something really interesting that he says is like you just have to keep creating, even when you're creating, you're like, oh, this is dumb. It's just like you just have to keep creating, like you just keep doing it. I mean, of course, there's more to the book that's very enlightening, but I feel like that book could be very great for you. You have this Lion card that says strength and success. So you, again, with that Empress in the future, I definitely feel like you have a sense of success on the horizon. And it's interesting as well. It's like some of you may have a Leo placement as well, I'm seeing here. And lions really deal with courage and the ability to not drop your cards on the floor too. But courage, right? Confidence, authority. Clarify this Eight of Swords for the overall energy for the month. You have the Moon card. A lot of doubts. Maybe some insecurity, some doubts, inner fears. But these fears don't exist. These are the illusions of the mind. Right? The Moon literally does represent the mind. It's not Mercury. Mercury represents the intellect. But I feel like there's a lot that you're fearing or that you're unsure of or that you're doubting. And it's like you don't need to doubt yourself, right? Like the Queen of Wands is like, you got this. Express yourself confidently, be bold, be courageous. What makes you happy, take action toward that. To clarify this Nine of Wands for your current energy. The Justice card, it's the ebbs and flows, trying to find balance. And hold on, let me clarify the Eight of Wands here. And Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Libra, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what the underlying reason why you're in this energy, but there is like a sense of you being too critical on yourself or being too critical about something that isn't allowing you to really expand as you would like, right? Which is why there's like, because it's like there's all these things and these ambitions and these goals that you have, or there's just things that it's like there's this sense of direction that you want to go, but it's almost as if it's like the challenge that I'm seeing here is that there could be like self-limiting beliefs, right? Like we all have them. I'm the same way. Like I have them. I feel like we all have them, and so it's like you're overcoming like yourself, your own personal doubts, your own personal insecurities, your own fears, right? And so it's interesting because it's like we can plan all day long, but then when it comes to like the actual action part, it's like reality reflects like what's going on, right? And it's like obstacles, right? Like fifth house is expression. That's why when you express and you create and you do and you're taking action, the sixth house comes next, obstacles, right? How do you improve yourself? How do you get better? How do you learn from certain things, right? And so I feel like that's what you're doing here, and that's what's going on here. And I think a lot of these things are just like these inner, maybe fears that you're having, but there's nothing to fear. It's like, you know, because the Eight of Swords in the Moon card could be like when we can with our minds, we can create all types of scenarios and fantasies about certain things that can spur on fear or make us nervous or make us, you know, doubt ourselves. Clarify this Empress in the future, but I see you soon, like being able to move through this. Like I see you moving through this, like once you just kind of just shatter the illusion of fear. Clarify this Queen of Wands for your advice. You have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands is like just owning it, right? Just surrendering, owning it, expecting the best case scenarios rather than the worst case scenarios, and understand that you're deserving. Nine of Cups understands that he deserves everything, right? That's why he gets his wish fulfilled. And the Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, is understanding that you deserve to be happy, you deserve to have success, you deserve to live your best life. What is this Empress in the future? You got the Emperor here. So these are, anytime I see these combinations together, this is my indication of these are divine counterparts, right? The divine masculine, the divine feminine. And so you could be co-creating with another individual, right? It could be love. It could be love, what I'm really strongly feeling. But it's interesting too, because on a personal level, I'm seeing you here being able to find this sense of strong empowerment through this, you facing like the obstacle that's in your way. It's like as soon as you like lean into the resistance and just like just go into it, it's like the sense of empowerment comes. It's like it's almost like a fuel for you. And a lot of you are unaware of this, but and maybe you kind of are aware of this, but for a lot of you, it's like you'll be surprised like once you like really just face the resistance. But the Emperor and the Empress here is like saying as well that there's the sense of achievement, the sense of pleasure and joy, of your creations, right? Clarify this Ace of Swords in the outcome. Star card. Wish upon a star, Libra. Shooting star. Ace of Swords and the star cards in the outcome. So it's like this newer sense of breath. Something about the breath, right? The breath is like inspiration, right? And the star card is inspiration as well. It's like a rejuvenation of inspiration, of a deeper spiritual awareness of your place in the cosmic scheme of things. You feeling inspired, you feeling connected to the universe. And that's what I'm seeing here in your outcome, is that sense of clearness. What is this Wheel of Fortune that you're unaware of? The Seven of Pentacles, everything that you're doing, investing in and working on will pay off. Right? There's good results on the horizon. Ace of Swords again came out. So by sticking to your intention, by sticking to what you tell yourself you're going to do and doing it, I feel like the universe is just ready to rain on you with blessings, or is ready to reward you, because Jupiter is the planet of reward. I mean, so are Saturn and shit like that, but Jupiter's more of the growth, opportunities, new doors that open that you can walk through. So that's what I got for you, Libra. I'm gonna leave your reading right here. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, again, that link will be down below in the description. The readings are on sale, like I said earlier. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button before you leave. And also, if you want to be notified when I do release the videos, be sure to hit the notification button bell as well. But otherwise than that, I'm wishing y'all a great year, Libra, and I will see y'all later.